Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now we are playing some Gran Turismo 7. We're doing daily race B. Somehow I've qualified 8th and not even done a single qualifying lap, so sure. We are using the Dodge Viper, as you can see there, GR4. We've got Oscar Piastri in 6th, so that is the target to beat. Hopefully get the first, but we never know. So this is RedBull Ring, like I said, daily race B, rolling start. Let's see how we get on and see what position we come in from not doing a qualifying lap. So this is it, position 8. We're on RedBull Ring using the Dodge Viper. So we're coming up to turn 1 and we late brake, meaning we catch up to position 7. I mean, this Dodge Viper isn't exactly the quickest so far, but I get the overtake done. And what I decided to do on future videos is add replay mode, so you can see the maneuver from a third-person perspective. Thought maybe that add a bit of dynamic events to the video, essentially. So yeah, get the move done, move up to position 7. Now brake on the shadow. The Alfa Romeo does brake late, and you can see from the replay probably I do turn into him a bit early, so perhaps I should have given the position back, but keep position 7. We've got Oscar Piastri and Philippe in 6th and 5th. So on the tail of the car in front, and we keep the lead from the car behind to about half a second, keeping the car in front closer to us, if that even made any sense. So 6th and 5th having a battle. And as you can see here, I believe, yeah, we get rammed from behind. Obviously, we show the replay, so you can see what I exactly mean. There's us in front. There you go. Get rammed. Love it. So, obviously, that wasn't great. And subsequently, we try and see if there's no dive bombers, but watch this guy. Bang. He just goes off and into the abyss, if you keep an eye on the green McLaren. So yeah, comedy gold, as they say. So, second corner coming up on the big straight here. Now, position 6 is getting away from us, and position 8 is catching us. But we brake in time, hit the apex, and wow, that is a lot of cars behind. So I do not want to be caught up in that. Now, as we come up to the third corner, as we do, we brake on the shadow or just past it, depending on obviously the situation, and hit first, halfway through the corner, get into second for better traction coming out of the corner. The Alfa Romeo is right behind us, so I defend the inside line. He doesn't overtake, which is good, but he is quicker on the exit, so almost gets the overtake done. But I think if he was to go for it, he would run wide into the gravel trap, and again, something you don't want to do. But the Alfa Romeo is really close onto us, so we've got a real good battle going on for position 7. 6th and 5th are just getting away from us because of all the battling that is going on, and simply this Dodge Viper cannot keep up on the straights. I'm quite determined on that. Behind, 1 second penalty, I guess, for cutting corners. But as we come down the main straight into the first corner, big braking zone here, try and hit the apex, hit the sausage instead, and that sends me bouncing, losing me time. I think the 3 cars behind have got penalties of some description, 1 second to 0.5 seconds. So ranges, I believe, probably for cutting corners. Obviously, the Alfa Romeo had penalty beforehand. So second big braking zone into turn 2, over the sausage, a bit of a drifty exit, and now on to the third big straight of the RedBull Ring. And as again, like always, bridge, brake, turn, in that order. Keep it nice and tidy. And we're now 1.1 seconds closing the gap towards 6th, which is what I need. And 6th here runs wide. Mistake from him allowing me to not really catch up, to be honest with you. Well, now it is catching up. We're less than a second behind now. So it's all good. We just need to keep the pace on and hopefully make small mistakes from pressure or simply just mistakes. So obviously 2 corners before the big main straight. Brake a little bit late, which I can afford to do in the Dodge Viper, which is good. So we've now closed the gap to less than, well, 2 seconds, or 0.2 seconds, or 200ths of a second even. And I really do like the livery of this this Mazda in front. It's creative. I love it. I really do love it. So main straight, first big braking zone and first corner. I outbrake, but run a bit wide, too deep, and subsequently he regains the position back. And as we can see from the replay, yeah, he brakes early, cuts back, does the old switch back on me, and gains the position back. Now, Renault Megane is also on my case and overtook me, so I've now lost 2 positions, so into position 8, which isn't great, mate. So second corner, I accidentally hit the Megane, perhaps went a bit too cautious into turn 2, but I'm on his bumper, getting no slipstream. Well, to be fair, I am actually, but at no point of overtaken. Not into such a sharp right-hander. He runs not wide, but I think has a slow entrance and exit out of the third corner. But it's now a battle for position 6 again. I think the Mazda ran wide on that corner just there, gone past, and now hopefully we can try and capitalise on that and try and catch up with position 7 and 6th, with 9th hot on our tails, less than 100th of a second behind. Now again, last 2 corners, I run a little bit wide and keep this one good. Hit third gear on the way out just for allow to have more traction on the corner exit, and now back onto the main straight for the big brake zone again into turn 1. It's a 12 lap race, so it's sort of a endurance race, if you could say that. Obviously, I believe on the old Gran Turismos it was like 4 or 5 laps, I believe, with 1 times tyre wear. On this particular race with no weather change and 1 times fuel depletion as well. Now 7th and 6th are having a battle, allowing me to catch up, and again, because the Dodge Viper is actually really good on its brakes, I can brake later than I believe most cars anyway. So onto the back straight here, like again, bridge, brake, turn. That's the order we do. So bridge, shift down, brake, and then turn in. Second gear on the way out for more traction. It looks like something's going on in 5th and 4th, I believe, with 1st, 2nd, and 3rd ways out, having their own little battle. Now, obviously 7th and 6th having their own little battle here. They hit the Megane hits the Mazda twice now, allowing me to catch up. No room to really make any manoeuvres, so kind of had to just see what happens, and the Megane just sideswiped the Mazda, and we'll see from the replay here what exactly went down. So a lot of bashing, a lot of drama. There's me. Megane's like, nope. And a little bit of argy-bargy, and yeah, the Mazda got sent to the wall. Now that allows me to take position 7 with this Mazda. For some reason, I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, there's just again all sorts of smashing and bashing going on. Now that allows me to get into 5th, so I've actually gained 3 positions from that whole ordeal in 2 corners. So you never know what happens in Gran Turismo races, to be honest. Anything literally can happen. I take the as most inside line as I could possibly do to defend my position, because I know that McGann is pretty good on the corners and much faster than me on the straight, as you can see here. Neck and neck, and before the bridge he's already overtaken me. But I've got the inside line, so hopefully I can brake a little bit later, cover the inside line, and yes, it works. So that's great. We've now got another contender in the mix for the battle for 5th. So not only that's for 3 cars now we've got to worry about. We have a 4th one approaching very quick. Now, again, go for the inside line, defend that, and just do the same thing again. Make sure I get a good grip on the way out, so I can get away from this as much as possible. I do have to say, the Dodge Viper, although I do slate over its speed and things like that, the handling is actually pretty decent. It does give you a world of confidence to, exit out corners, knowing that you won't actually like oversteer or understeer. So for that, I do give it top marks, but for speed, bottom marks. So like a D ranking. Right, so 2 corners to go on lap 6. With over half a second lead from position 6. So quite comfortable. I don't think Slipstream is as strong as some events that I've known on Gran Turismo past events. It seems to be pretty weak. I would need to check that for sure. But position 1, turn 1, sorry, and over half a second lead, coming up to a second lead. But do position 6 start catching? No, we are slowly gaining, but now they are catching up, so not too good, to be fair. So again, turn 2, brake pretty hard, a few penalties behind, let them battle. I've now have a lead of over 1.1 seconds, so them battling is causing them time lost to me. So good for me, good for my lead in 5th. Obviously originally started in 8th, so I've gained 3 positions. So can't really ask for something better, considering 4th to 1st sort of just having their own race at the moment, having their own little block party. So it's the best I can do and manage in the situation we currently have. Now, as we can see here, lap 7 with 2 corners before the main straight, and just under a second lead with a 6-second gap between 5th and 4th. So not too good. I know I'm kind of like running my own race at the moment from the party behind, but I need to remain confident, calm, collected, and my ability to remain strong into driving this car properly, really. So first brake zone, first right-hander, don't hit the sausage, and remain within track limits. Especially, you don't want to get in penalties, it's not ideal. Especially the penalty box is uphill on a fast swooping right as well. So ideally you do not want penalties in this event. Now, second corner, big brake zone, too slow on the exit, I say. Shouldn't have shifted into second, allowed the car to rotate, pin throw, and then into second. That's what I should have done. And now, as a result of that, we have 2 Sergio on our tail, less than 300th of a second behind. Yes, he's literally on the bumper. He is right behind. If I make one mistake, he will capitalise that and overtake me. Not what we want. Now these left-handers, or this left into a right, are fast. So grip is good. Tyre wear, not really a worry. And now I've opened the gap to over half a second. So it shows the Viper is capable, but it's just got to be driven to the max constantly, kind of thing. Now, hit third, for the last corner, but as we can see, someone's in the pits, so they've just given up. Why not? Probably driving the Viper, let's be honest. I'm just kidding. So, second corner coming up on the big straight. The guy in 6th is very close, gaining, with gap let down to 1/500th of a second. And now slow exit, subsequently he overtakes, so that's good for him. He's got the position done. I've dropped down to 6th, he's in 5th. As you can see here, he's right on the outside, cuts in, 4-wheel drive I guess, grippy on the way out. And now I'm right on his tail, he defends the inside line. I brake a tad bit early, but for some reason he brakes late, runs deep, hits the gravel trap and just stops. So, not too sure what happened or why he done that, but as we can see from the replay, yeah, just went too deep and braked too late. Now, that's meaning the gap has now opened to 1.5 seconds and remaining about that. So, if we can keep this pace up, we should be good. A few laps to go on lap 9 out of 12. We've been racing for about 15 minutes or so, so tiredness can kick in, and laps of concentration perhaps. You know, you don't realise how much work it really kind of is for 15 minutes of racing. So I do feel bad for people that are endurance racing, or even things like Formula 1, touring cars, etc. kind of thing. Now, main straight, 1.5 second gap. He is closing, not alarmingly quick, but still closing. You need to be aware of that. So again, don't hit the sausage, keep within track limits on the way out. And that McGann can corner so quick, and I realised that over the course of this race. Now skip ahead, still lap 10, and onto the second zone of braking with a sharp right. Too slow again on the way in, too heavy on the brakes, and too slow on the way out subsequently. Now, back straight, still position 5, lap 10, with a gap down to just less than a second, and the gap's opened up to 4th is 6.200th of a second, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not catching any time this race anyway with 2 laps to go. Just got to maintain my pace to make sure I stay in 5th. So now we are coming up to the last 2 corners, uphill, with a big brake zone coming up. Brake just on the 50 board, keep it in 3rd, and use as much curb as possible. Hit 2nd and then 3rd on the way into the corner. As it's downhill, allows you to have more traction on the way out. And the gap is now down to 0.600th of a second, I believe. Seeing that, and it is closing. So again, keep that in mind. With again a couple laps to go. It's getting a bit tense now. So now coming under the bridge, he is literally on my case, on the outside. I think he tries the old switchback, he hits me there, gets the position, I allow it, kind of is what it is. He ain't going to give the position back, he then swerves, he doesn't want me to have his draft, fair enough. But will we defend the inside or outside? So yeah, goes for the outside, brakes on the shadow. He runs a little bit wide, I guess maybe understeer was the cause of that. So that's brought the gap down to 0.300th of a second or so. It fluctuates between 4, 3 and 2. And now onto this left-hander. If I can get this correct, should be on his case really. Yeah, so I've got a better speed out, better entry in. So I'm literally in his boot. And he defends the inside. I then go to the inside, brake later. He then comes back in on the outside because McGann can corner quick, then brake later. If he runs wide, he's on 2 slippery bits. But so this is the manoeuvre. He defends the inside, then moves to the out. I fake the in outside. I don't. That's actually not even what happened, to be honest. Wow. But yeah, so there's the manoeuvre. Just simple cut on the inside, brake a bit later. Now onto the main straight to begin the final lap. Now, will he be able to overtake me in either claim 5th or will I claim 5th? It's time to find out. So, first corner, hit the sausage. He's overtook me, so looks like he's winning at the moment. He's getting away from me, so not too good. Position 7, I'm not worried about. Over 3 seconds away, so unless something significant happens, he's not really going to be catching up. So late on the brakes, I dive and lunge in. I feel bad. I give the position back there, but I don't want to be too fair, as he did hit me before and didn't give my position back. So he does say thanks, so yeah, I can't really argue against that. Now he brakes too hard, I believe, which allows me to catch up. Now again, it's close. Obviously, only a handful of corners left before the finish line. I need to do something, or something needs to happen if I want to maintain. Well, not maintain, but if I want to keep 5th. He then runs wide there, and that is the point. Especially with this fast corner coming up, he defends the inside. I then go to the outside. He then moves over to block it. I brake early, he brakes late. This allows me to have a better exit there. I don't hit him. Take the inside within track limits. And there we go. If you enjoyed the video, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell on. And I'll see you guys in the next Gran Turismo video. Bye for now.